Hey guys, it's Brickmaster Ace here with a part 6 of the Elemental Masters look at. Here we have Elemental Master of Lightning, or Jay Walker. Um, Diving right in, Jay was one of the three that Wu got before Kai. He was found on top of a skyscraper testing out one of his hang gliders when Wu found him. Wu recruited him to the team, and he ended up using the Elemental Nunchucks of Lightning, or whatever the proper name was. I can't remember off the top of my head. But after he got those beautiful nunchucks, he also kind of was getting a love interest with Nia, or Kai's sister. Now the relationship was kind of rocky at the beginning, and then they broke apart, and they finally came back together in season 6, but that's jumping ahead of the time here. So back out of the 2 pilot episodes to season 1, we got to see him play with all the Serpentine, which was, I don't know, it was alright. Jay was kind of Jay, he's a lightning ninja. We got to see he's from a junkyard. Both his parents are um, owners of a junkyard, and that's kind of where Jay gets his inventiveness from. But then moving on past season 1, season 2, again, we're kind of going to the Serpentine, but then we start hitting the Stone Army, and Jay kind of has some more freakouts. And there, I should say, with the Stone Army, Jay gets his kimono robes and his beautiful elemental sword. That's not the right hilt, I know that. Um, Anyways, we get to see him in the final battle. He ends up turning evil with the other ninja except for Lloyd. And after the final battle, Jay is still kind of Jay. He hasn't really had his moment in the sun yet. But then he hits season 3, and now him and Cole have a lot of issues, and they end up fighting over Nia quite a bit. Now it's kind of the whole thing with there's this element or there's this matchmaker, and it kind of says, "Oh, Cole and Nia are a better match," and it kind of puts a lot of tension between the two ninja until season 4 when it kind of gets resolved. Is the fact that well with each other, Nia doesn't really pick one of them until season 6, but yeah. So lost train of thought there for a second. Season 3, they're fighting also the Ninjroids, having a good old time with them. We get to see Zane as his moment in the sun, but this is about Jay. Jay gets his Technoblade. He ends up getting a really cool vehicle that I think is one of the best Jay vehicles, except for one, which I will show you later here with this Elemental Master look at. And we get to see Jay just kind of being Jay. He kind of is the humorous, funny guy of the group. He's beyond his fighting with Cole. He doesn't really get a moment in the sun, so to speak. But then season 4 hits, and he gets a little bit more of a focus. We especially get to see him and his dealings with Master Chen. Slide this bad boy in here. Take Chen out. Even slide Nia out of there. Chen, in kind of a way, is similar to Jay, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. Where Jay is kind of your funny, humorous, panicky. Chen is your humorous, maniacal bad guy. So, I personally think Chen is probably the best of the villains, but beyond that, we get to see Jay kind of still has his thing for Nia, and him and Cole, again, have a big fight or whatever until they kind of finally become friends. And Jay is kind of just along with, he does get hurt towards the end, and he does get this awesome mech that I absolutely love and is my favorite Jay vehicle. But Jay again, he's kind of Jay, he's along development with the other ninja throughout the show. He doesn't get his really moment in the sun. This is though where we can finally see his true potential with his elemental power, more than just harnessing it through a weapon. And just for the heads up, this is his suit for this season. Well, one of the two, but that's one we see him in a lot. And then we hit season 5. And with season 5, we get to see Jay again is still classical Jay. Um, we get to see him be leader for a bit, which he wasn't the best at when Lloyd was out of commission and all the ninjas were taking turn being leaders. We get to see Jay use his power. Doesn't really give much effect against the Ghost Army. When he fights Moro, he doesn't usually get too much headway when he fights him. None of the ninja really do, I guess. And season 5, Jay's kind of Jay. Nothing's really popping out that Jay does. But then we hit season 6, and the Skybound Wave. Here's his 2 robes. Probably my personal favorites are the robes that the ninja get. And this is Jay's season. This is where Jay gets his moment to shine. The whole season is based around Jay. He gets 3 wishes with Natakan, and he kind of pursues those wishes and is trying to get Nia to fall in love with him. Because actually, I missed it. Season 5, we see that Jay and his reflection gets to see himself with Nia, and he knows he ends up with Nia, but he does not know how. And actually, I don't know if a lot of you have noticed, but there's the Bricktober images have been released. I don't know if they're official yet, but it did look like one of them might be old Sensei J. That looked kind of cool. Definitely makes me interested, but I won't post any pictures because I don't think they were officially released yet. But anyways, we get to see Jay and his development. He's kind of playing with Nadakon. He also finds out that his parents from the junket aren't his true parents. He was adopted. His actual parents is Fritz Donegan, who is kind of Jay's role model earlier on in the series. He's kind of a big space actor, space guy, and he dies. And Jay finds out that that's his father. And it's assumed that his mother is there's a female elemental master who we get to see in season 7 during one of the time travel scenes, who mentioned something about getting a date with Fritz Donegan. So you kind of assume that then that's Jay's mother, and that's where he gets his elemental heritage from. And Jay, this is where Jay really gets his development. We get to see Jay kind of be Jay as the other ninja are put into the Sword of Souls. We get to see Jay really growing as a character, and I think it's the best. He gets captured for a while. We get to see his resilience. As Nadakon kind of puts him, quote unquote, tortures him or whatever with giving him chores and putting him in the fighting ring or whatever. Jay continues not to break. And then him and Nia kind of go off and they kind of have their thing. And Jay ends up coming to save the day. And at the end, by putting together a bunch of the old people, such as Captain Soto, Skylar, and a bunch of those other people. And I only have Captain Soto here within reach. Sorry about that. And we get to see him use all these characters, and they end up freeing everybody, and Jay and Nia get together then finally at the end because Jay kind of really realizes his love for her, and Nia kind of says, yeah, Jay, it was only you, and it's kind of a little sappy moment, but that's where we really see Jay's development. And then we hit season 7, and that's, again, Jay's robes for season 7. And that's, or I shouldn't say it's really season 7, it's Day of the Departed, really not a season, but that's his robes for it, and I do actually kind of like those robes. They kind of have the old nostalgia from the original, or not the original, but the ZX robes. But Jay doesn't really get any moments in here. He's just kind of there with the rest of them. I'm trying to think who he fought. I can't recall off the top of my head who the old villain from the past was that comes to him. It might have been Samukai. I believe it might have been Samukai who comes after Jay. But now I'm, of course, drawing a blank and I can't think straight. Because the Chen went after Kai and Nia. Pythor was with Lloyd. Dareth had the Stone Soldiers. Zane had the Ninjroids. Moro went to Master Wu. So yeah, it might have been Samukai then that Jay had to fight. But anyways, after that, we hit officially season 7, and there's his robes for that. And all these minifigures are slightly modified, mainly just with the armor and the swords that they have. But that's his robes. Here we get to fight the nefarious and infamous Time Twins. We get to see them. Jay, I've only seen season 7, I think, once, so I can't recall everything that happens. But I do know, I believe him and Cole meet up with Karloff, whatever, and they kind of use Karloff to help escape once they're trying to sneak up on the Time Twins. But I know Jay, again, just is Jay, kind of has his humor, so we get to see him in his relationship with Nia develop more. And this is also the season where we get to see his elemental heritage from his mother. But beyond that, I honestly couldn't tell you too much. I can't remember everything off the top of my head, and I don't have any accessible way to rewatch the season. But I guess I can jump ahead right away then from that, take out these two beautiful bad guys, and we also have the movie, and I might have kind of slightly missed it there, but those are the movie. Again, two universes aren't the same. Jay in the movie kind of gets his powers towards the end of the movie. Spoiler alert there, but I'm sure most of you have seen it already if you're watching this video. And this is also kind of where you can see the comparison between the robes from movie and TV show mix, and that's kind of where you get that from. But then we hit the final aired season, and we get to see the Sons of Garmadon and Jay's whole kind of thing with them with the rest of the team. Jay, we get to see use his elemental powers a little bit. We get to see his panickiness a bit. Him and Cole, I know at the beginning, are looking for Sensei Wu, unable to find him, of course. But yeah, Jay is, again, like I said, he's Jay. He ends up stranded in the realm of Oni and dragons, and that's kind of that. Sons of Garmaton still reign, and I have seen episode 1 of season 9, and I just do know Jay kind of takes on a weird, calm demeanor, and he kind of almost becomes a Cole, where he's just kind of not as much cares as he used to. But that's Jay, Elemental Master of Lightning. The video is a little longer than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more things. Again, I thank all of you who watch my videos. It means a lot to me that you are here and paying attention and are subscribed to keep seeing these new videos. And even if you're not subscribed, I still appreciate the fact that you're watching them. So with that, Brickmaster out.